Page number 19, beginning up to the 18th last, we did Sanskrit for the same. Now we are going to tell English. Janmastiti nashana miha grahyam. It has been said, Brahman is to be inquired into. Now, what are the characteristics of Brahman? The revered author of Sutra speaks. That is Lord Vyasa. That is Brahman from which is the origin, etc. of this universe. So, from which the origin of the universe, that is Brahman. The word, now there are three words. Janmadi, compound word. Asya, that is a single word. It is case ending, sixth case ending. Jagataha is noun, first case. So, janmadhyasya yataha. Yataha, no, it is. Asya is the sixth case. Yataha, from which, that is also fifth case ending. So, now he is taking the first word janmadi. The word janma means origin, term, etc. Janmadi, adi, etc. So, etc. denotes existence and dissolution. So, not only creation of the universe, but at the same time existence and dissolution also you have to take with the word adi. This compound, see, it is a compound word. That's why this compound with the above attributes qualifying the substantive is known by the name Bahuvrihi. As I told you previously, this compound is called Bahuvrihi. And in that, two different compound words are there. Tadguna samvijnana, atadguna samvijnana. This is Tadguna samvijnana. Janmadi means you should take the creation, sustenance and dissolution. You should not give up anything. So, we gave the illustration that bring a pot-bellied man. Pot-bellied. So, belly also will be coming, he also will be coming.
Swamiji said the person goes to the sea, the person comes back, but he doesn't come back with the sea. But
that is atat guna samvijnana bahuvrihi.
But if a person with a big belly goes somewhere, when he comes back with the belly.
With the belly. So that is only they give these illustrations that for which etc. is used. You should not give up anything. That also you should take. So janmadi, now the first word is janma. So creation also you should take.
So in this case, Swamiji, what I understand is that the preservation and dissolution is like the belly.
Don't mix the illustration and the what is illustrated. Here you have to take what is coming, what is not coming. Sea will not come, belly will be coming. That means, now when you say creation, etc. So you should not give up creation. You should take creation. Illustration is as the pot-bellied person. That is only illustration. So the illustration does not completely apply to the illustrated. So now when we say creation, etc., you don't give up creation, you take the creation also. That much we have indicated. What it means is the aggregate of the origin, existence and dissolution. So, all the three things you should take, aggregate. Here, the mention of the origin first is to maintain harmony with what is declared by the Shruti, and also now he says creation, etc. Why? Because in Taittiriya we are having a sentence that which denotes the creation. So the disciple was asked where from the creation has come, where it exists, where it dissolves, that you know as Brahman. So he says, here the mention of the origin first. Instead of you should take other thing, instead of Janmadi, is to maintain the harmony with what is declared by the Shrutis, and also since such is the natural order of the different states of things. First creation, then existence, then dissolution. But for a particular body, a human body, we are having 6. Asti, Jayate, Viprinamate, Vardhate, Vardhati, Vinashyati, Pranashyati. Decreases, that some other word is there. So these are the things. First, it is, taken birth. First it has taken birth, so its existence is there. Then it is growing. And growing, a baby is growing. But when he becomes a youth, changes are there. And then when he becomes old, deterioration is there. And then kicking the bucket. So 6 things are there. That is for a particular human body. Now he says, the opponent says, you see, we are having 6 things, you are telling only 3 things. 6 things for a body, for creation being thus there, and you are telling only 3 things, then you say, these 6 can be included there. Because birth is there and death is there, automatically the middle things will be coming. Here is the declaration of the Shruti, from which all these things are born. That is, the Taittiriya Shruti, Yato va imani bhutani jayante, yena jatani jivanti, yat prayantyabhisam vishanti iti tad vidigyasasva tad brahmeti. Know that as Brahman. So, that is here to bring the harmony of the Shruti, that Janmadi word has been taken. In this passage, the order of succession of origin, existence, dissolution is seen. The nature of a thing too is that exists and dissolution are possible only when it comes into being through birth. So in day-to-day life also, in relative life, relative world, we see when a birth is there, then only death is there. For Atman, no birth, no death.
When it says to keep in harmony with the Shruti, the meaning is that because it's called the Taittiriya in this way, so it brings the definition. It says here
that creation, existence and dissolution.
Right. It says to keep in that declared by the Shrutis,
Mm.
it's because this is how it appears in Taittiriya, so therefore he calls it like this?
Yes, yes. You see, all the aphorisms are having the support of the Shruti only. Previously, I told the opponent also asks the question taking a Shruti quotation, and proponent also gives the answer through the Shruti quotation. Then, see, that means there are seemingly some differences, as if some differences are there in the Shruti passages. So, that is why Virodha Parihara. Virodha Parihara means whatever differences you are seeing, they are not differences. In which connection, in context it has been told, and how you should connect it to the Brahman, that he will be, proponent will be telling. But opponent will be asking, is doubt. That is why you see, whereas in other shastras, we are having the opponent will be asking from his doctrine. From his doctrine. Whereas here, he takes the Shruti passage, the opponent. That's why it is purely logic. Only logic and logic in Brahmasutra. And it is called Darshana Prasthana. Darshana means doctrine. We are having 6 doctrines. So, refuting all, say, the other 11 doctrines, he wanted to establish the non-dualism, basing on scriptures and logic. Nature of a thing too is the existence and dissolution are possible only when it comes into being through birth. The word asya, that is the second word. So far, now he has described the first word, janmadi. Now asya, asya means asya jagataha. This world. The word indicates the universe, which is the means of knowledge such as perception, presents before us, and which is the support of attributes. The universe, which we are seeing, is the means of knowledge, valid proof, direct perception, inference, comparison, all these things. And at the same time, before us, and which is support of attributes, because the universe is made up of elements, it is a substance, so naturally the attributes are there in a substance. So, he says attributes, support of attributes, which is the support of attributes. When a substance is there, then only an attribute can be there, an adjective, an adverb can be there. But without a substance, you cannot give any attributes except for Atman. See, Atman, we say it is not a substance. Then attribute should not be there. But when you say Ishvara, though he is having the adjunct Maya, the adjunct also is not seen, and the consciousness also is not seen. But we say he is Sarvagya, he knows everything, he is Sarva Shaktiman, he is all pervading. How you are giving attributes? That is, in the absolute plane, when we talk of Atman, there can be attributes even without the substance, because Atman is not a substance. That's why they say the Atman exists. Existence is there. That does not mean it is a substance. At the same time, it can have attributes. So, Nirakara Saguna. Nirakara means without form and Saguna. Saguna Sakara. Nirakara Nirguna. So many types of Brahman are there. Nirakara Nirguna, no adjectives, no form. Nirakara Saguna, no form but attributes are there. And Sakara Saguna, form is there, attributes are there. See? That is why the dualists are confused. And the mind is trained in such a way, only it catches the form and adjective from the beginning. So, without an attribute and without the form, it cannot understand. It cannot imagine. How it imagines? By taking complete this support of the Upanishads only. That's why he says, you should be thorough with the Upanishads. Now, in day-to-day life, we know so many things which are formless. We are experiencing. Now, we say a sweet thing you have taken. So if I put a question to you, how much sweetness it is having, what you are going to tell? How much sweetness the thing which you have taken, what you will tell? This much? Or this much? What you will tell? Can you tell? But can you refute the sweetness is not there? Because your mind has taken an impression of sweetness. What happened? Mind has taken the impression of sweetness, that's why you have experienced sweetness. In the same way, by constantly contemplating on the formless and attributeless Brahman, as declared by the Upanishads, an impression will be there in your mind. That is called Brahmakara Vritti. It will not be easy to get that impression. You have to work hard.
Do we say that without the Brahmakara Vritti, self-realization is not possible?
What they all declare, in especially Vedanta, that is the highest state, Brahmakara Vritti. Because there we accept the existence of mind. Afterwards, mind will be dissolved. As we have calculated, 12 into 12 into 12, it comes to 28.5 minutes. So when the mind gets concentrated, that means the mind is thinking only of Brahma and Atman, the oneness. How long? 28.5 minutes. Then the impression dissolves. Impression dissolved means no more mind. You are in your own self. So the Mahavakyas are given to have the Brahmakara Vritti. It is told in Panchadasi, if you hear once, say the scriptures, Prasthana 3. You heard once, from top to bottom, 10 Upanishads with the commentaries and Brahma Sutra with commentary, Gita with commentary, all the things you heard. Once if you hear, how many times you have to do manana? 100 times. How much we are doing? Why we are not able to get that Brahmakara vritti? Manana is very less. Fear for contemplation, I gave 2 illustrations. Whether you remember or not, I don't know. Manana, what is manana? I gave 2 illustrations. One I am not going to tell, one I will tell. One is sufficient. Now, you are hearing here the teachings for 4 hours. How long you are hearing? 4 hours. So when you go out after the class, you think that there is no mistake from your side. But a stranger is there, a respectable person, whom you also know, he has scolded you. But for nothing, you think that I have no mistake. You are not having eyes, simply coming and dashing. Something you will tell. You are a fool number 1. You are an idiot. Something you will scold. So what will happen to you? The 4 hours class has gone. That 1 minute talk, you will starting contemplating why this fellow should scold me, why he has scolded, what mistake I am having. So you will be going on contemplating. So contemplation becomes so much, the food also you will not relish and sleep also will not come. Why he has scolded? That means the 4 hours class you have not understood. That 1 minute teaching you have understood. Why? Because of our body consciousness, because of our ego, because of the attachment of the body. In the same way, Scripture says, a worldly man, complete worldly man, with all worldly desires, how much attachment he is having towards his body, so much attachment you should have with your Atman. Simply put that to this. Take that one, put here, that's all. That is called manana. So how many times you have to do? 100 times. After doing 100 times, manana, one manana was over. And how many nididhyasana you should do? 100. So it is equal to 1,000. 1,000 or 10,000? 10,000. So from that you can understand how much we are contemplating, how much nididhyasana we are doing, what type of meditation we are doing, only God knows. But because of the grace of God, we are able to hear the scriptures.
Should we take the 100 time literally?
Yes, that's what Panchadasikara says. That means you don't take the whole subject, you take particular sentences which prove Brahman and which prove Atman and the oneness. Those things at least 100 times you should contemplate. Because the whole thing we cannot remember, we don't remember. So, Brahma Pratipadaka Vakyani. The The word asya is the sixth case ending. Universe, which is the means of knowledge such as perception, present before us and which is the support of attributes. The genitive case here denotes the connection of the universe with the attributes such as birth. Why you have told the genitive case, sixth case? Now he is not differentiating the sixth case. Simply he is telling the connection. What connection? The connection of birth, existence and dissolution of the universe is denoted by this sixth case. You see. So, now you can understand how much necessity is there to learn the Sanskrit. Janmadi asya. If the people say, what is there, we will teach translations and we will manage. What they manage, only they know. And you remember, those who explain the scriptures, they will not be with you lifelong. So, once you hear, you have to contemplate by yourself. What type of teacher will be there with you, spending all the time with you whole life? Nobody. The teachers are having so many activities in this world. So how can you say, the teacher will be with me all through the life? Even Sri Krishna was there almost all through the life with Arjuna. But he never gave any instructions until and unless he asked, Sadhimam tvam prapannam. So teacher may be there with you until and unless you ask him the query, the enquiry, he will not tell. Because without your interest, if he tells, it will not enter into your mind. When a query is there, when the interest is there to know, then when you ask the teacher, he will give the reply. But he is not going to tell, simply call and going on telling something. Instructions of the Vedas. Because you are not interested, your mind is somewhere, you will not take it to the mind. So, asya is the genitive case. What it denotes? It denotes the creation, existence and dissolution of the universe. Connected to that, yesterday I told, Rajaha Purushaha. Raja Purushaha. That means the soldier belongs to the king. In the same way, this creation, existence and dissolution belongs to world. That is denoted by this asya. That which is omniscient, all-powerful, cause from which proceeds the origin, existence and dissolution of this universe, which universe is differentiated by names and forms, consists of many agents and enjoyers, is the field of actions and results having definite places, times and causes, and the picturesqueness of whose form is beyond all mental conception. That cause is Brahman. Now you see how much he has described. Each individual is doing some work, some action. So accordingly, he should get the results. Even in physics we say, for every action there is equal and opposite reaction. The same law comes to the Vedanta also. What you sow, that you reap. But we manage to forget the things. Even while reading the scriptures, mind wanders here and there. That is our state. Then what to tell that we will remember everything, all our actions of this life and past life? Nothing we remember. But what the actions you did, results you should get. So, who is there to control the actions and the results? That is, Ishvara is there in you. And he gives accordingly results. Now, you see, just now I told, the Ishvara is not having any form, but he is having the attributes. He knows everything of you. That means he is having attributes. Here, another thing I told, there is a slight difference between Ishvara and Antaryami. What is the difference? See? Adjunct. Adjunct. Though Ishvara is having a limiting adjunct Maya, but there consciousness is predominant. Whereas in the Antaryami, the adjunct is predominant and consciousness is less. Why? Because the Antaryami is all pervading, in every adjunct is there. That is why the predominance of the adjunct becomes more and consciousness is less, limited to particular adjunct. Whereas in Ishvara, his adjunct is very less, Maya, undefinable, but he is all pervading. That is why in Ishvara, the consciousness is more predominant and the adjunct is not so much predominant. Whereas in Antaryami, the adjunct is predominant and consciousness is less. But it is there. So, the Ishvara or Antaryami, not much difference. Ishvara is there in you and controlling. And the same Ishvara, because he is everywhere, is called Antaryami. In each and every individual. Only Ishvara, if you take, he is the seed form for the creation of the world. He is the seed form. Sprout is not there. When he takes up the combined subtle bodies, which you call Sutratma or Hiranyagarbha, then only sprout has started. Then all the gross bodies combination Virat. So, this is the process of creation. What Shruti declares. But here we are discussing the Ishvara, that he is all-knowing, all-powerful, because he can control the vital force called Sutratman also. The Sutratman is not limited to one universe. The Sutratman is pervading so many universes. And Virat is limited to one universe. But whereas this Ishvara controls that Sutratman and this Virat. Above that is Brahman. But he is not, he is beyond cause and effect. Ishvara is the cause for creation of the universe. Whereas in Brahman, no cause, no effect, no form, no quality, but it is. Neti neti. So, by these sentences, he says what is the nature of Ishvara. He says, which is omniscient, Sarvagya, all-powerful, Sarvashaktiman, cause from which proceed the origin, existence and dissolution of this universe, and he is the cause in the seed form, which universe is differentiated by names and forms, consists of many agents and enjoyers. The universe is having names and forms. At the same time, consists many agents and enjoyers. Is the field of action and results. Universe is the field for actions and results, having definite places, times and causes, and the picturesqueness of whose form is beyond all mental conceptions. So, you cannot contemplate on Ishvara. How you will contemplate? There is no picturesqueness, no name, no form. That's why he has told. But he is there, and here we have to take a worldly man who is having worldly desires, cannot contemplate on Ishvara. But a man of renunciation and discrimination, have studied the Upanishads, can contemplate on Brahman. See, difference. A worldly man cannot contemplate on Ishvara. Why? No discrimination, no dispassion. Whereas an aspirant who is having discrimination and dispassion and having the knowledge of the Upanishads, he can very easily contemplate. That is the path of knowledge. Thus, should the sentence be completed. Janma. Other modifications are included in these three. As I told, 6 modifications are there. They are all included. What are? Origin, existence, dissolution are mentioned here. But other 3 we have to include here. Now, we are going to the 19th page. Last para, Sanskrit. Yaska paditanam tu jayate asti. There are aphorisms of Yaska, a rishi. Yaska paditanam tu jayate asti ityadinam grahane tesham jagata sthiti kale sambhavyamanatvat. If you take the 6 modifications as told by the Yaska, they indicate the present state of the world. Jagata sthiti kale sambhavyamanatvat. When the universe or the world is existing, then we can tell all these 6 modifications told by Yaska to the universe. Sambhavyamanatvat moola karanad utpatti sthiti nasha jagato na grihita. Now he says, you see, you are telling the seed form is Ishvara. From him the creation has started. But Yaska told 6 modifications. They belong to the only world. So, you cannot attribute these things to the cause of the universe. Question. Yaska. Jagato na grihita syu ityasanketa. संभाव्यमानत्वाद मूल कारणाद उत्पत्ति स्थिति नाशा जगतो न गृहीता. So, the 6 modifications of Yaska, if you take, you cannot attribute this existence, birth and dissolution to the Brahman. Why? It is indicating the universe. How you can define the indication of universe to the Brahman? That is the opponent asking the question. Tan ma shankita. Don't raise a doubt in you as like this. So, don't doubt like that. Ya utpatti brahmana tatra eva sthiti pralayasya te eva grihyante. You see, what we mean is, where the Brahman is, there only the creation and existence and dissolution. The creation, existence and dissolution are in the Brahman and they are not different from him. How? Imaginary. Superimposition. Na yatha vukta visheshanasya jagato yathokt visheshanam ishwaram uktva anyatha pradhanad acetanad anubhyo abhavat samsarino va utpatyad sambhavetum sekyam. Now he says, because we take the support of the scriptures, the other doctrines and other schools of thoughts are there. They say, Yatokta Visheshanam Ishwaram Muktva. If you keep aside Ishvara, if you give up Ishvara, Anyataha Pradhanad. So Sankhya says the creation is from Pradhana. You cannot tell. And why he is giving the reason? It is inert. Acetanad. Anubhya. Anubhya is Arambhavada, accepted by the followers of logic. We already told, 2 atoms becomes Dvinuka and 3 Dvinuka becomes a triad. The triad you can see and the atom you cannot see. But what is his rule? Whatever is there in the cause, that will be coming into the effect. If you take white thread, white cloth, you will get. So, his rule is refuted in his own doctrine. So many other things are there. That's why he says, we cannot tell that creation is from atoms. Anubhyo abhavat samsarino va utpatyadi sambhavetum sikyam. And from the atoms and from pradhana, samsaram asyastiti samsari, samsarinaha. All the individuals of those who are staying in this universe cannot be created through their doctrines. So, then what is the result? Only Ishvara can do that. Why? He knows everything. What an inert thing will know? Pradhana or atoms, Paramanu. Do you think they know everything? So, there should be an aware of all the individuals, what actions they did, where they will be getting the fruits, how they will get, how much they should get, all these things. Some controller should be there. Otherwise, somebody will doing good and somebody will be enjoying his good and his bad he will be enjoying by this good fellow. That cannot be. Nacha swabhavatah विशिष्ट देश काल निमित्तानाम यह उपादानम. स्वभावतः ఏమిటి ఇచ్చాడు అర్థం? నచ స్వభావత విశిష్ట దేశ కాల నిమిత్తానాం ఇహ ఉపాదానం. ఓ స్వభావత, దట్స్ ఆల్. నౌ ఐ అండర్స్టూడ్. You see, he has refuted two schools of thoughts just in two words. Pradhana cannot be the cause of the world. Why? It is inert. And atoms, no possibility. Now he is taking the school of Charvaka. He says, Nacha swabhavata vishishta desha kal nimittanam iha upadanam. Because you see, every individual, according to the actions, he will be going to a particular place in a particular time, and all other things are there. But if you say, just the elements have joined, not 5, 4, the fifth one is not accepting. The ether is not accepting. Charvaka is not accepting the ether. Only 4 elements are there. By just if you mix the 4 elements, the consciousness will be coming out, manifest, he says. This is very good. We can prepare all the individuals in the laboratory, mix the 4 elements and produce consciousness. His theory. So he says, that also cannot be. Vishishta desha kala nimittanam iha upadanat. Here we are taking of the individuals particular place, desha, particular time, and particular nimitta cause is there. Without the cause, he cannot take the birth. Where he has to take, that also has been decided. How long he will live, that also decided. What he will earn, how much he will earn, and where he will die, everything is decided beforehand. And then everything is what you are going to do. Everything is predestined by prarabdha. Then what you are going to do? That is, knowing the cause of the universe as Brahman or Atman, just contemplating on it is our duty. No other duty. Etadeva anumanam samsari vitireka ishwarasthitvadi sadhanam manyante ishwara karanineha. So, the Vaisheshikas and the logicians, little difference is there. In one of them, he says, through inference, we prove Ishvara, he says. Through inference, we are proving Ishvara is there. How? Anumanam, that is inference. Samsari vetirikta Ishvara astitvat. So, besides this universe, some ruler is there. Manyante Ishvara karna. So, what is the inference? Chityankuradikam, Sakartukam, Karyatvad, Ghatavat. Chiti is the earth. Ankura is the sprout. Chityankuradikam. Sakartukam. So, this whole universe or earth was made by somebody. Sakartukam. Karyatvat, because it is the cause. It is the effect. Karyatvat. Ghatavat, just like a pot. To make a pot, clay is necessary and somebody should be their potter. So, this earth and other things have been created. So, some creator must be there, like that. First they don't accept. They say no Ishvara. Afterwards they infer through inference. Ishvara Karanavadinah Nanu ihapi tadeva upanyastam janmadi sutre. So, refuting all Nyaya, Vaisheshika, Charvaka, Sankhya, he has refuted just by one or two words. And again he says, the opponent is asking, whenever the word nanu comes, immediately understand some question is going to be there. In Sanskrit, nanu, that means a question. Ihapi tadeva upanyastam janmadi sutre janmadyasya ataha. When you say, as they accept the Ishvara as the creator, through the inference, you are also using the inference. See, the argument. Now, who is arguing? The Nyaya Vaisheshika follower is arguing. How he has proved Ishvara? Because in relative plane, we see when a pot is made, a potter should be there. So through inference, they prove the Ishvara. You are also doing the same thing, is told to Vedanti. From where the creation, existence and dissolution is there, that is Brahman. So your inference and their inference are same. So why don't you accept their inference? Na Vedanta Vakya Kusuma Krathanarthatva Sutranam. You see, all the Vedas, they are having Mahavakyas as well as those sentences which prove Brahman. Brahma Pratipadaka Vakyani. So, what they did here, in this Brahma Sutra, they have taken all the sentences and made a garland. So, supported by Vedanta, he says, each sentence is a flower. All the flowers were made into a garland, that is these aphorisms. So, yesterday we told, Vaiyasika Nyaya Mala. Mala means garland. So, here what Vyasaji did, he has taken the sentences of all the Vedanta, all the Upanishads, and he has made a garland. Vedanta Vakya. What are the flowers? The sentences of Vedanta or Upanishads. Kusuma Gradhanarthatva Sutranam. Vedanta Vakyanihi Sutrai Udaharti Vijaryante. Now he is telling the sentences of the scriptures are taken and they are discussed. Vicharyante. Vakyartha Vicharana Adhyavasana Nivruttahi Brahma Avagatir. Vakyartha Vicharana Adhyavasana Nirvrutta. Now he says, you see, we are having 4 Mahavakyas. So, whenever in Vedanta, most of the places, whenever you say Vakya, immediately you have to take Mahavakya. Don't go to other sentences. Vakya, Artha is the meaning. What do you mean by Tattvamasi? The meaning. Vakya, Artha. Then contemplating on that. What is that? What is Tam? How they are oneness? So, Vakyartha Vicharana. Adhyavasaya, that determination. After that, Nirvruttau, when you take the Mahavakyas, when you, the indicated meaning on that, when you have contemplated and you have come to a conclusion, Nirvruttahi Brahmavagatihi, then only you can understand Brahman. Otherwise, no. Na anumanadi pramananta nirvrutta. So, you sit in your room and going on contemplating on all the logics given by the logicians. Then you will be going nowhere. He says, no nivrutta. Naisha tarkena matirapaneya. Mundaka, I think, is something cut open also. So, by simply logic, you will not attain Brahman. But logic you have to use. Where? To support the sentence of the Upanishads. Satsutu Vedanta Vakyeshu Jagato Janmadi Karanavadishu Tatartha Grahana Dhadhyaya Anumanamapi Vedanta Vakya Avirodhi Pramanam Bhavanna Nivaryate. Now he says, even in the sentences of Vedanta, Jagato Janmadi Karanavadishu, that there is a cause for the creation of this world, they accept that. Tadartha Grahana Dhadhyaya, to take that meaning that there is a cause for this world and to get confirmed. Anumanamapi Vedanta Vakya Avirodhi. We do take the support of the logic which is not against Vedanta Vakya. Pramanam bhavanna nivaryate. Sutya evacha sahayatvena tarkasya abhipeyatvat. Even the scriptures are taking the logic as the support. Tatahi sotavyo mantavyaha. Now, again, Atmavare drashtavyah. First he says, experience the Atman. Afterwards he says, sotavyo mantavyo nididhyasa. What is this type of teaching? Say, know the Atman first. Experience the Atman first. Then sotavyo mantavyo nididhyasa. That means, you see, that by Sravana Manana Nididhyasana, we should experience. So, don't put the cart before the horse. The horse should be put before the cart. So, not like that. Putting the cart before the horse and tell, cart will go. It will go in the wrong direction. Is it not? So he says, when he has told that hearing should be there, then he says contemplating, meditation, taking the help of logic. That's why in Mandukya Karika, the very second chapter is called Vaitathya Prakarana. So what he says, Jagradavastha mithya drishyatva swapnamat. When you hear the sentences of Vedanta and all the scriptures you heard, and you are having the confirmation that Atman alone is Brahman. How you have concluded? this by hearing the scriptures. Then a doubt may arise. Atman is there, that is no other than Brahman, but I am seeing the world. The world also must be existing. A doubt will come. To remove that doubt, we have to contemplate, taking the support of the logic. Once I told, only 3 things we have to know in the world. What are those 3 things? Huh? Huh? That is for supreme portion. Rukmini? Brahma Satyam Jagat Mithya Jiva Brahma Na Param. Only 3 things. God alone is real. The world is unreal. You are no other than God. Ho gaya wo Vedanta. Nothing else in Vedanta. We have to know only 3 things. But what you say, that is for supreme portion. And then only one thing is coming there. That world is not there because it is superimposed. But other 2 things are left. Brahma Satyam, Jiva Brahma Napara. So that is not what I wanted. The 3 things means Brahma Satyam, Jagat Mithya, Jiva Brahma Napara. If this much you are having, no further studies are necessary. Shrotavya, mantavya. That is why in the beginning we have discussed, when you hear the scriptures, you have to take the support of logic and conclude that this world is not there. Then he is giving illustration. Pandito medhavi gandharaneva upasampadhyeta evameva iha acharyavan purusho veda. Now he says, the Purusha is the teacher, but he says acharyavan. That means who is thorough with the scriptures and their knowledge, he has understood properly and observing in his life. He is observing all the rules in his life. That is called acharyavan, one who is following all the rules and regulations laid by the scriptures that are Upanishads, that is Vedanta, and everything is following in day-to-day life. Then he need not give you any instruction. Just by seeing him, you will be having so many instructions. That's why he says, acharyavan purusho veda. You should know from a teacher who is following in day-to-day life all the rules of Vedanta. How? He says the same illustration that the wealthy person was taken to the forest and all these things you know. So that's why he says, Pandito. Now, the wealthy person was an intelligent fellow, he says. And he understands, medhavi. For a student, he should be intelligent to understand the Vedanta. Not only that, he should know the meaning of the scriptures properly. Teacher is telling something and you are understanding something else. It should not be like that. So, 2 adjectives he is giving. You should know all the scriptures and at the same time you have understood properly. Such a person, he will be reaching. Pandito Medhavi Gandharayane Upasampadhyeta. This much is illustration. Gandharayane Upasadhyeta, that he was taken away by the thieves, and afterwards he has reached. So, when the third thief says, this is the direct way to your town, then if he started doing some magic, something, other things on the way, and going with some friends, what you call that? So many things are there, is it not? Then he will lose the sight of his town. That's why he says, he is a Pandita and Medhavi. He knows the things and is very intelligent in understand. What they are, that the instructions of the thief has been understood by that person. In the same way, the student should be quite intellectual, and at the same time, he should understand the purport of scriptures properly. Veda. Iti cha purusha buddhi sahayam atmano darshayati. So, 1 minute. We should have the individual intellect. That intellect supports for knowing.
Just one, the word purport, Swamiji, here is in the sense of proper meaning?
Properly.
Proper meaning.
Proper meaning, that is, we should take the support of all the principles. Upakrama, Upasamhara, Abhyasa. That's why in Mandukya Karika in one place, he says, the opponent, he knows the scriptures, but he has not understood the proper meaning. Why? Because he has not contemplated an Upakrama, Upasamhara, Abhyasa, exaltation, all these things. That's why he was not knowing the proper meaning, that he cannot understand. So this Sanskrit portion is over. We have to 2 minutes rest. So far what has been explained, for that we are reading the English. If in the sutra were referred to the 6 changes, the 6 changes he has given, jayate, vartate, vardhate, parinamate, pachyate.
That's what I am saying, those are wrong. First one is jayate, which is correct. Second one should be asti. Please correct it. Asti. Second one is wrong. Instead of vartate, it should be asti.
Jayate, vartate also they say.
No.
Asti.
Because this is directly taken from Nigantu Sutras. There is a sutra for this. So
Jayate, asti.
third one is correct, vardate. Fourth one should be viparinamate, not parinamate, viparinamate. There's V should be added. Viparinamate. Fifth one is apakshiyate, not pachyate. Apakshiyate. And sixth one is vinashyati.
Apakshiyate.
Vinashyati.
Nasyate, vinasyati.
Yeah. Nashyati nahi, vinashyati.
So, according to the Nigantu is a dictionary, but not ordinary dictionary. Whatever the Vedic words they come, for them he will be giving the meaning with the definition. So, here, what are the Yaska Sutras? So, simply we will not tell 6. Nighantu ante meaning ichadu chudu. That's why he says, Jayate Asti. It takes birth, it exists, and it grows, then changes, then deteriorates, then destroyed. So these are the things. If in this sutra were referred to the 6 changes mentioned by Yaska, in such words as it originates, exists, inasmuch as these changes takes place only during the period of existence of the universe. So, Yaska Sutras are denoting the universe. It might lead to the doubt that the origin, existence and dissolution of the universe from the first cause are not referred to.
Second line lo yaksha undi danni yaska cheyaలి.
You see, this K should come that side and S should come is that. Yaska, it is not Yaksha.
And there should be no H. Y-A-S-K-A. Yaska. The definition of Nigantu is
Swamiji is giving the definition of Nighantu.
Nigantu.
Nigantu. Vedic glossary explained by Yaska in his Nirukta. So Nirukta and Nigantu, these two are
Etymology.
Etymology. Nirukta is etymology.
There are 5. To understand Vedas, first you need to learn these 5. That is the reason they are called Vedanga.
6.
Yes.
Vedangal 6. Vyakaranam, Niruktam, Chandas, Jyotisham, like that. So when you want to know Vedas, the 6 angas are there. So subsidiary parts, that also you should know. Assisting. So Yaska in such words as it originates exists, that cannot be. It might lead to the doubt that the origin, existence and dissolution of the universe from the first cause are not referred to. What is the first cause? You are telling this world as is a cause, is having a cause from which this has been created. So, but what Yaska says? He says, see, after the creation, these 6 things are there. And you are telling, before creation of these things, one cause is there. So, you may not be correct. That is the opponent is asking. In order to avoid this doubt, the sutra is to be considered as having the meaning that in Brahman, from which this universe has originated, is its existence and dissolution as well. So, in order to remove this doubt, where from the universe has been manifesting, in that it is existing, in that it is dissolving. It is dissolving. So, then the doubt will not be there. That is why you see, where the snake has gone? In the rope itself. So, for the snake, for its existence, for its creation and dissolution, rope is the cause. In the same way here, where it is existing, from which it has been created, where it is dissolving, that is Brahman. Neither are the origin and the rest of the universe which have the attributes described above possible from a source other than a Lord. Now you are telling, I will take all these 6 rules told by Yaska, then there will be no creation. How the Astitva has come, existence has come, how the creation has come. After creation, for a thing you can tell these 6 things. But we are telling before creation. Where from these things will come? Somebody should create. So we are telling about the creator. Neither are the origin and the rest of the universe which have been attributes described above possible from a source other than Lord with the attributes already mentioned, nor from the insentient pradhana. Now he is refuting Sakhya. So the world is existing from a all-knower Ishvara. Almost everywhere, mostly Lord Shankaracharya uses the word Ishvara. But we should understand the indicating meaning as Brahman. Why? This is Brahma Sutras, not Ishvara Sutras. Understood, upperstood. What I told? Whenever a sutra is defined, or a particular adhikarana has been told, Lord Shankara says, Shankaracharya, Ishvara he says. But we should not take the literal meaning. Ishvara is no other than Brahman. Only this has become the cause that is causeless. So, the indicated meaning we should take as Brahman. Why? The very heading is Brahma Sutras, not Ishvara Sutras.
Now, Swamiji, since the Brahma Sutras were written by Vyasa to reconcile apparent conflicts, paradoxes, which appear in the Upanishads, and they are all reconciled in the subject matter because they all refer to Brahman and to nothing else. So there we have the Upanishads which reveal this knowledge, but here we have the explanation which reconciles the apparent contradictions. But then we get the Bhagavad Gita. In the Bhagavad Gita, Adi Shankaracharya, again, in most of the places, he's using the word Ishvara. Ishvara, Ishvara, Ishvara. Now, when we study the Bhagavad Gita, and when we see the word Ishvara mentioned so many times, should we take it with the meaning of Brahman?
Yes.
The same way.
Same, because you see, then instead of using Brahman, why they are using Ishvara? Because we are in relative plane, we are in the universe. For the universal cause is Ishvara, but not Brahman. That very few people they know. Why? Most of them they say Ishvara means Brahman. But we know, by understanding Vedanta, Ishvara is the creating cause for the world. Brahman cannot be the cause. That's why even when Lord says, Maya Adhyakshena Prakriti Suyate sa Characharam, that means in my presence, my own power, the illusion is creating the worlds. So, there he says, I am the seer. The Adhyaksha you can take as Brahman. But whenever he takes the support of illusion, he becomes Ishvara. Without taking the support, there is no creation. So he becomes Ishvara only. But as a witness, as the president, we can say that he is Brahman. That's why he says, whenever he says aham, that is indicated meaning of the individual consciousness. Consciousness which is all-pervading, which is equal to Brahman. But whenever the aham has come, mama has come in Gita, if you just attribute that to Krishna, then it becomes dualism. He never says that you chant only my name, or these are the gods, you chant these names. In whole Gita, you see, not even a single mantra is given. Omkara was given. Om ityeka aksharam brahma vyaharan mamanusparan sam prayati, he says. So, Om, we know those who are quite intelligent, those who are having discrimination and dispassion, they think the three states are superimposed on the Atman, and Atman alone is real. That is Brahman. So, then the whole Bhagavad Gita is telling only about Vedanta, but not a particular deity like Lord Krishna. But all the other schools, this Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, and this dualist, and this Madhusudan Saraswati, and this Visishtadvaita, all they take as a particular deity. When I say Aham has come, Mama has come, I am telling, he says, so this is not Brahman, this is Lord Krishna. So you should follow Lord Krishna. That is true. Everybody cannot come to Vedanta. That's why it is good for them. Something good they are doing, something is better than nothing. One day or other they will come to Vedanta. So he says, there should be a Lord who knows all the things for creation. So pradhana, an inner thing, cannot create. Nor from the atoms, as logicians say, nor from non-being, charvaka, nor from something which is subject to relative existence. So, which is existing already in the relative plane, that cannot create the whole world. Nor can it emerge spontaneously as much is observed by the effects are produced. This spontaneous is charvaka. And pradhana, atoms, now from non-being. Non-being is Buddhist, nihilist you can say. Something which is subject to relative existence. From existence, existence cannot come. That we have already. In as much as it is observed, nor from the charvakas, in as much as it is observed only when places, times, causes peculiar to them are available. So all the other things, pradhana, atom, Vijnanavadi, Kshenikavadi, Sunyavadi. So they say that is the cause for creation. Not even a single cause of their other doctrines, it knows about the creation of an individual self. What are the actions that an individual self has done? What are the results he should get? When, where and how? These things they don't know. That's why you cannot accept them as the creation, cause of creation. Those who argue the Lord is the cause of the universe, how do we do? Number 2.
In the case of all effects, we find an efficient cause, nimitta karana, upadana karana.
But in the case of the universe alone, both the causes are one in the same. So, those who argue that the Lord is the cause of the universe assume this very inference to establish the existence of the Lord, who is not subject to transmigration. So, here he says, you see, in the relative world, the cause and effect are different. It is only in this particular case, that is supporting the Vedanta, the material cause and the inefficient cause is one. That is Lord. Now he says, here too is not that very inference presented in the sutra from which proceeds the origin. Now you say, you are refuting their argument. That Chityankaradkam Sakartukam Karyatvad Ghatavat. They gave a logic. But you are refuting their logic and you are taking the support of the logic. How is it possible? You are refuting the logic of others and you are taking the support of the logic. Here too is not that very inference presented in the sutra. So don't you think that the sutra is having the inference where from the birth and etc. have come. So we are also telling the same thing. Chityankuradhyam sakartukam. The earth and the sprout are having a cause because they are the effects, as we see in the part. The illustration, in the illustration is relative. In the relative plane, whatever is created, the material cause and the efficient cause are different. Whereas only in this particular case, as the spider, the Lord is the efficient cause and He is the material cause. Where from this has been created? From the Lord. Where it is? In the Lord. Where it dissolves? Wherever, whatever dissolves, it goes to the material cause. Dissolving always takes place into the material cause. So Lord is the material cause, that's why there it dissolves. No, for what is intended by the sutra is to string together the flowers known as Vedanta passages. See, all aphorisms are the flowers. They were made into a garland. By means of the sutra, Vedanta passages are expounded. So what they are explaining? Passages of Vedanta, not your logic. It is, that's why, you see, he says, this particular sutra is in common parallels with the Shruti. Yato vacho nivartantya prapya manasa saha. Taking that particular Shruti, this aphorism was written and on that it is based and that is the argument. That is Swarupa. But this particular thing is Tadasthala.
When you say Yat, you need to remember the Lakshana of Brahman, Satyam Jnanam Anandam Brahma, because there is a Shruti which says Anandyadhyevo Khalu Imani Bhutani Jayante. So,
that is in the end. But that he has not quoted. Anandadhyeva, see, after realizing, He says, Anandadhyeva khalviman bhutana jayante, anandena jatana jivanti, anandam pratyabhisam vishanti iti. That is Brahman. That is Swarupa Lakshana.
That's what subcommentator is saying.
That is Swarupa Lakshana. But when he says, where from it has been created, yet here taking as Tatastha Lakshana, he is explaining first. Afterwards, he will go to Swarupa Lakshana. That is the end. See, in Bhruguvalli, Tapasa Brahma Vijijnasasva. Simply the father says, do tapas, austerity. There the austerity means vichara. Then he says, Annadhyaviman bhutani jayanti, prana, then buddhi, then ananda. So, finally, he says, Anandam Brahmano Vijanat, and he says, Brahma Pucham Pratishtha, he says. That just this much word, Brahma Pucham Pratishtha, so many sutras will be coming. He says, Anandadhyeva khalvimani bhutani jayanti, Anando Brahmeti Vijanat. So far it is correct. The Ekadesi, he is also the follower of Vedanta, but he accepts only little, not fully. He says, Ananda means we should take, Ananda Kosha we should take. He proves like that all the sutras by support. Then the original commentator Shankaracharya says, you see, Brahma Pucham Pratishtha. That means, here we are comparing all the koshas to a bird. So, bird is having a head, 2 wings and 1 tail. So, all these 4 things, Modo Dakshin Paksha, Pramod Uttara Paksha, Anandeva Atma, Brahma Pucham Pratishtha. Pucham means tail, but Brahman is not having a tail. So how this is told? Then he says, you see, Pucham means support. For a bird to fly, the tail is the support. When it wanted to move this side, it moves the tail this side. It wanted that side, like that. By the directions of the tail, the bird change the direction. So there, that Pucha means what? It is the support. So for Ananda Kosha, Brahman is the support. Ananda Kosha means it becomes individual. So, and Kosha is not permanent. Kosha is only the outer cover. It is not real, it is unreal. That's why we have to take here Brahma Pucham Pratishtha has been told. That's why the support of the Ananda Kosha is Brahman. Brahman has been told, but not the Anandamaya Kosha. This is the synopsis I am giving. But when you go to the Bhashya also, you will not understand. If you are having the support of this much, then you will understand. Because why? For all the sutras have been explained by the Ekadeshi. And again the same sutras are given for the proponent. So there the sutras are repeated twice, but sutra they give only once, and the where from the commentator is refuting the Ekadesi and where from he is starting, that much you should understand. Otherwise, simply you will be in a whirlpool. So by the means of the sutras, Vedanta passages are expounded. It is delving deep into the meaning of the passages. Now he says, delving deep into the meaning of the passages, that one arrives at the conclusion, in the matter of comprehension of Brahman. So, if you deeply contemplate on the aphorisms, you can comprehend Brahman, not through other means of knowledge such as inference. So, through inference, you are not reaching anywhere. Nevertheless, although there are already such Vedanta passages which declare Brahman to the origin of the universe, even the means like inference that is not opposed to such passages need not be excluded in the matter of strengthening the conception of the import. So, the other passages, that is for confirmation, you need not exclude them, for the Shruti itself approves of the argumentation as an aid. So, Shruti says the argumentation as a support. That's why, accordingly, we have the Shruti such as self is to be heard of. See, Sravana, to be thought of, Manana, just as the man being thus advised and capable of understanding would arrive at Gandhara region, so also that man knows who has a teacher. Yes, simply he is told a teacher, but Acharyavan Purusho Veda, it is having a very big meaning. One who knows all the scriptures. That's why in Taittiriya he says, Shrotriyasya cha ka mahatasya. What you should have, the eligibility to know the Atman, first you should know all the scriptures. Then no desire. Then where will you hear the scriptures? You should know the scriptures. Simply purchasing the books and reading, you will be having the scriptural knowledge. That means Shrotriya itself indicates the teacher. Under a teacher, proper teacher, traditional teacher, you should hear Vedanta. So here Gandhara is illustration. The person who was taken away by the thieves reaches because of his discrimination. He is not attracted by anything on the way. Directly goes to the town. The moment he gets attracted to something on the way, gone. Now, the second para we are taking.
He says, which declare that human understanding is an aid to the Shrutis. In what sense, Swami?
Even the means like inference that is not opposite to the such passages need not be excluded in the matter of the strengthening the conception of its import. Shruti itself approves the argumentation as an aid. That one? Last line. Acha. That man knows who has a teacher, which declared that the human understanding is an aid to the Shrutis. There he says, he says, Pandito Medhavi. No. What is by Pandita? One who is having good knowledge. That is, he understands the Shrutis. Not only that, he understands properly. That intelligent is the support to know. That's why he says, which declared the human understanding as an aid to the Shrutis. To understand the Shrutis, one should be Pandito Medhavi. Otherwise, he will not understand the instruction. You see, that Drupta Balaki, we are having the example, illustration. He says, I will tell you about Brahman, and he has not understood. Why he has not understood? Because lack of intelligence we can say, lack of buddhi we can say. That should not be like that. One should have very deep knowledge of the scriptures as well as should be having the intellect to discriminate and understand. Then only he can understand the Shruti. Otherwise, he will be deviating from the path. That's why he says, Medhavi Pandita. Pandita, here he says, not as told in the Gita. There Pandita means completely realized person, but here it is Bhavi Pandita. That is in future, because of the intelligence and the discrimination, he will be knowing. Now, we are going further. In dharma jignasavam iva, that is dharma jignas, क्या है वो?
न धर्म जिज्ञासायाम इव.
Oh, dharma jignasayam. That is ya. It looks like va. न धर्म जिज्ञासायाम एव श्रुत्यादयेव प्रमाणम ब्रह्म जिज्ञासायाम. So, to follow the rituals, what is the support? Scriptures. But here, to inquire into the Brahman, not only the Shrutis, we are having three other supports. One is teacher, another is logic, and third is one's own experience. But bear only one to follow the actions. That is telling. Na dharma jignasayam eva srutyadayeva pramanam brahma kintu srutyadayo anbhavadayasya. Experience, anbhavadaya. Again he says adi, etc. What is this adi? We have to go to sub-commentary. Anbhavadaya, what he has given? Sub-commentary.
Adi padat manana nididhyasanayor grahana.
Sravana, Manana, Nididhyasana also should be taken. So, Sravana is Shruti and Manana, Nididhyasana, you have to do yourself. That's why he says, don't completely depend on the Shruti itself. You should have the experience, you should be contemplating, you should do deep meditations. Yatha sambhameva pramanam anubhavavasanatvad. Why? There you see, you are taking the support of the scripture, you are doing an action, you will be getting results. But here it is not like that. You are hearing, you are contemplating, and then you are experiencing what has been told in the scripture, what the masters have told you, and that you should experience. Then only when these three are in parallel, then only you will get the result. Anbhavasanatvad bhuta vastu vishyatvasya brahma jnanasya. Now he says, in the actions you see, you are doing actions now, you will be getting the fruits in future. But it is not like that. The Brahman is already existing. And it is in you only. It is bhuta vastutva, it is a substance which is already existing. For that, we should have Sravana, Manana, Nididhyasana, all these things. Kartavyehi vishaye na anubhavapekshasti. If you want to do some rituals, for that experience is not necessary. Sutyadiname pramanam. So, for the actions, only scriptures are valid proof. Purushadhina atmalabhatva, Purushadhina atmalabhatva cha kartavyasya. So, it is entirely depending on the doer of the action. That is called Purushadhina. That is called Purusha Tantra. What are the actions? Actions are Purusha Tantra. It is completely depending on the individual doer. But what about Brahman? That is Vastu Tantra. Vastu Tantra means a thing that which is already existing. So, in that, whereas in the action, you can do it, you can give it up, you can do it wrongly. But here nothing. What is there, that is yourself. So, kartavyam, anyatha kartavyam, akartavyam is not there in the Vastu Tantra.
In the Bhagavad Gita, where Lord Krishna speaks about karma yoga, karma yoga in the sense of renouncing the results of action.
Nishkam karma.
He says that in this yoga there is no loss, and also there is no danger.
No danger.
No danger. Now, what Swami said right now, that Brahman already exists. So it's not something to be produced. And unlike the rituals,
Not to be attained.
To be attained, and unlike the rituals where mistakes can be done, so there is some danger of contrary results, it's not the case. So then when we speak about Jnana Yoga, can we say that here there is no danger?
Yes.
Yes.
See, what do you think that you will be? So how much you are thinking, how far you have thought, how your thought is deep. All this, the only thing is, see, just by discrimination, we have to remove the ignorance. That Mula Vidya. But because of so many past impressions of the body consciousness, ego and attachments and desire, this this will not go easily. We have to remove the ignorance. Mula avidya. But orally we can tell. What is there that is already there, simply remove the ignorance. But it will not go so quickly. Because of the past impressions, past lives, body consciousness is there, and discrimination is very little, and then ego is there, and again attachments and desires are there. So after removing all these things and purifying the mind, then only you will be realizing what is there, that is there. You are already Atman. That what Gaudapada says, the immortality is within you, nothing to bring, and you are already calm, Shanta, nothing to get again. Only to understand. When we will understand? When the ignorance is completely removed. For that only we are doing something, not to get anything. So, there in the 3rd chapter, when Arjuna asks, a yogi is there and he has not realized, what will happen to him? His downfall will be there, all will be progressing. Then he says, no downfall. He will take the birth in this place, like that he says. So, swalpam apyasya dharmasya trayatve mahato bhayat. Both, here the Sankhya or the Nishkama karma. Even if you perform little, it will give you best results.